All right. Your new TF1 console. It's actually a 40-channel console. Even though you only see 16 faders here in the master, there are layers. This is layer 1, layer 2. Then we have a, well, we can see the groups, which are DCA groups. You don't need these right now because you only have the piano and the voice, okay? And then the other thing is we have a custom layer that I can build, and I can put the reverbs there. I can put your music playback, your whatever you is plugged into the stereo input. So I tend to, in this board or any of these TF consoles, I live on the custom layer because I lay out so that all my key mics are right here. So I would put the pastor, I would put that pastor into the custom group. Well, how do you put the pastor into a custom group? Well, the first thing you do is you go up to your settings, which is the little cog there. That settings is very important for getting around the board. And you see here it says custom fader bank, okay? So if I have pulpit on 3, I can put the pastor on 4 and then have the piano keyboard here, have my computer playback and my music or whatever here, and have my reverbs and everything right there on this, all right? So if I want to take the fader there, I just touch custom fader bank and all the faders pop up. Here's pastor. So what I do is I select 4, which is where I want him to be, right? And then I come up and touch pastor, and now the pastor will appear down here, okay? Now, I moved him to 15 by mistake because I touched 15 and he came up as 15 on this, but I can move that over if I want. I can put anything anywhere within this custom fader bank, okay? So if I took the pastor, I could then slide this over and move him to where I want him to be if I want him someplace other than right here. But here's the pastor's mic, here's pulpit, here's keyboard vocal, and here's the piano, the keyboard. What I haven't done is I haven't named these yet, right?
I thought I had a name.
We didn't name them. We talked about naming them, but we never actually did it. So how do you name something? Okay, go to the channel, select. The select is very important because you have to select what you're working on. Otherwise, everything you're doing has nothing to do with that channel. See, if I go to channel 8, which is the piano, but I have channel 7 selected, and I start changing the EQ on the piano, I've changed the EQ on her voice.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? So it's very important you're aware of the select. There are a couple of key things that you need to be aware of at all times. Select is one of them. Okay? So if I touch select on this keyboard, now I am working on the keyboard, and all of this relates directly to the, the
Vocal.
Keyboard vocal, key voc, okay? So all of this now relates to that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna touch the 7 there, and this screen opens up. If I touch 7 again, you notice there was a little pencil on 7? That means you can write that. So what I can do is we've changed the color to powder blue. We can change that color to anything we want it to be. Okay? Purple? Powder blue. We like the powder blue. Okay? So change the color. Now this becomes where you put in the new things. So I can get rid of what was there, which is channel 7, and I can put in, let's see, K, Y, space, V, well, let's do V, O, X. So that's the keyboard vocal, and you notice now it says key Vox here instead of channel 7. So I come up here and I close this by touching the X, and now you still see it says keyboard Vox. So it's automatically saved as that. Now it's only saved on that for this moment. If I recalled, it would go back to channel 7. The pastor's mic would disappear from here if I hit recall right now. Why? Because I haven't saved my work. It's like a computer where you save your work. Well, how do you save? You go up to the scene. This is called the scene. Everything on the board that's set up is a scene, okay? So I go to scene, I push that, and I get this box that says store. So I hit store. CCR basic, yeah, that's what I want to store onto. If you wanted to store onto something else that was titled something else, you would page to that and store, okay? CCR basic, yes, okay. Are you sure you want to overwrite? Yes, I am, okay. Now it is saved, and now every time I turn on this console and I recall this scene, key Vox will show up and pastor will show up on this custom layer. Tracking with me? Okay, so let's go to 8 now. Okay, I push select on number 8. Go ahead and touch that number 8. That thing, yeah. Okay, so there's the channel. Well, what is it? Well, this is a keyboard, right? So I can come down and find a keyboard, touch the keyboard. Okay, now look at the bottom here. Key left, right, well, that's stereo. Here's mono, right, keyboard.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and hit that. Okay.
I didn't quite get it.
Well, you're not sitting directly in front of the board. It's a lot harder. But there's keyboard, and now keyboard is here. All right.
And then you have to save it.
Exactly. And so I shut that window. Okay. Come up here. Go store. Okay. Okay. And now it's saved. And now every time I turn on the board, I will get my keyboard marked keyboard.
Now
Okay. Now, if I go back, what's that?
that has to be in there.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I'm not storing to that.
Oh, okay.
I'm storing to the inboard computer. Okay. So now, if I go back to number 1, my first layer, these are just a reflection of what is on that first layer. So if I go back to that first layer that I started with, notice it says keyboard Vox, keyboard, pastor. Because anything I do on that custom layer comes back to the layer that the sound is actually plugged into. Nothing is actually plugged into here.
Right.
We're just hijacking those signals to build this layer so that we can manipulate it all in one place.
Perfect.
Okay.
And it really makes a lot of sense when you have
It does.
massive amount of
That's
channels.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
With ours, it doesn't really.
See, when I'm working with a smaller church that has 12 channels or 14 channels, I do a custom layer with those 14 channels, and I do the stereo inputs like this, and I do the reverb and the delay, or I do whatever. I can put whatever I want on this layer. So when I'm working DCAs, what is a DCA? Well, I showed you on this group thing that I had DCAs, and I said, you don't need these right now. Well, what is a DCA? A DCA is a digitally controlled amplifier. That's what DCA means. Well, what is that? Well, I can take, for instance, if I had 8 channels of drums, I could bring them all through this one fader and title that drums.
Oh, nice.
And then I have in full stereo the whole drum kit, and I have one fader to control the entire drum kit. So I can do drums, bass,
String.
keyboards, strings, vocals,
Horns.
reverb, reverb master, horns, whatever. And I can give each of them one of these group faders, and I can do all my mixing right from here.
Once you've already mixed the
Right.
individual groups.
Right, right.
Put 'em
One,
together.
on here, on
Once you got
layer
the
number
drums all
one,
mixed.
I'm getting the drums just right,
Yeah.
and I get the drums right,
Yeah.
and then I can move that to that custom layer, right?
Nice.
And then you're done.
And
Nice.
if I move it to the custom layer, notice the drum kit
Yeah.
showed up here,
Yeah.
right? Those other faders that I did showed up here.